All right, what's good, y'all? What's happening, man? It's FLYEERRKicks checking in, man. We here with episode 3 of Flyer Conversations, man. We got a special guest in the building. Well, on live, but a special guest in the building, man. My guy, Thomas the Square, man. One of my favorite DJs out right now for sure. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good. And yourself?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good, man. You was one of the first few people that I had on my list to do this joint, and we talk about shoes all the time. And every time we see each other, that's one of the first things we talk about, bro. I always
Always.
got
For
some good
years,
stuff on.
man. Even when I used to come buy the
Yeah,
shorts from you.
yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact, man. But first things first, man. Before we get into the sneakers, the DJing and stuff like that, man. Let's give yourself a brief intro for I guess my followers that may not know who you
Okay.
are. Just a brief intro, who you are, where you from, and what you do, man.
Man, my name's Thomas. I go by Square. Everyone knows me as Thomas the Square or DJ Square. Born and raised here in Houston, Texas, man. Actually from Trinity Garden. Finished high school, went to school out in Cypress. I'm a DJ, produce a little bit. Try and like dib and dabble a little bit of everything. Obviously, I love sneakers, as you can tell, like kind of sort of behind me in a sense, right?
Right.
I'm just trying to stay busy, man. I'm very blessed, man. All glory to God, first and foremost, all the time.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit about me.
All right, all right. Now another thing before we get into the small talk, the sneaker talk is fun. It's something that we love, but at the end of the day, that's not really important, man. I just want to ask how you doing on a real personal level, personal check-in, man. Real life be happening out here. Want to see how you doing, bro?
Man, I'm good, man. I appreciate you stressing the mental health in men, especially. I'm doing well, man. Started off the year pretty rocky back in January. For those of y'all who don't know, I was actually involved in an auto accident. Was hit by a drunk driver. On the way home. I was completely sober and lost my truck. It was actually totaled out. But by the grace of God, I walked away. And that's what's most important. So I mean, really just dealing with a lot of that this year, as as the years progress. We're a little bit more than halfway through the year now, and I'll just stay on track, man. I stay in my word. Talk to God about everything, and music is my therapy, is my escape. My family, my friends, for sure. And even just being around you guys too. In those environments and everything like that. That keeps me very level, very grounded, and where I need to be.
Yeah, man, that's good to hear, bro. I know life, like you said, life gonna happen ups and downs, bro. But I'm glad you're good. I'm glad you got through that pretty much unscathed, man. Nothing major.
Yeah.
And, yeah, man, we bounce back. Cars are replaceable, bro. That life is not. Man. I'm glad you're
right. Correct.
Able to bounce back from it.
Correct.
All right. Now, first things first, man. What you got on feet, or what did you wear today? It's 8 o'clock now. You might not have nothing on. But
man,
what did you wear today?
My handy dandy Debo's from Kid. I love my house shoes from Kid.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm gonna wear tonight, but I'm gonna put on something, man. I'm gonna go hang out with my mom tonight. We don't really get a chance to really do too much, like just one-on-one, since I'm at my rightful age of 31 now. So I don't know what I'm gonna wear. I might have her pick out something. We'll see what happens.
Okay. My little quick check-in, man. I wore Katrina 3s today.
Ooh, classic.
All the time, man. People think these FLYEERRs, but
nah,
Katrina 3s,
man. That's a classic, man. That's a classic.
All right, man. Let's hop into your sneaker history, bro. Just from the childhood, teenage years, whenever it kind of like really started for you, like consciously, like what was your first sneaker memory? Was it like your pops or mom, somebody buying you a pair, somebody giving you a pair? What was that first one?
My pops, man. Shout out to my dad, if he's tuning in. My pops was actually GM of Foot Locker in Greenspoint. Yeah. So I mean, I was pretty much like, I've always actively been into shoes, whether it was like something by choice or it was given to me, and so my pops, like a lot of my baby pictures I could revisit a lot, would have Taxi 12s on, Bradfords here and there, Flu Games, Cherry 12s, a lot of 12s. And it's crazy because like now that I'm old, I really don't wear 12s.
Yeah.
So my pops really like got the ball rolling when it came to that. And then as I've gotten older, of course, like the Air Force One wave when I was about 6th, 7th grade, had a lot of those. And then one of my very first fond memories of like just I wanted this Jordan was 7th grade, 2000, I think it was 2006 or 2007. Black Cat 3s came out. Like, it was very solid sneaker. It was something that I always wanted.
Yeah.
I showed my mom. My mom was like, I'm not paying $150. You know, that was retail back then. I'm not paying $150 for this shoe, and then your foot's going to grow. Lo and behold, I still wear the same size to this day since the 7th grade.
That's a blessing.
Yeah.
That's a blessing.
She never bought me the shoes, but when the shoes re-released, I think, what was it, this year, right?
Yeah, they dropped this year. Yeah.
I actually ended up buying a pair, and I was just like, yo, this is like one of those like very sentimental sneakers for me.
Yeah.
I think I maybe worn them like 2 or 3 times, but it was just like, okay, like my mom wouldn't buy them for me, but then they re-released them. I'm like, yo, okay, you know, I can actually buy them now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really how I got started, man. It's really how I got started. Yeah. So it dates back like, you know, almost 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah, man. That Black Cat 3 is a good shoe. I had my guy Joe on last week, and that was his first, like one of the first shoes he bought with his own money when I asked him like a different question. But that Black Cat 3 means a lot to a lot of different people, bro.
I think if I remember right, bro, I think the first shoe, I would say major sneaker I bought with my own money were what the Kobe 8s.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in like 2014. And I remember I paid like a grip, but that was when Nike basketball was on top. You had all the KDs, all the Kobe's, the 6, 7s, 8s. The 9s were kind of like getting ready to be a thing.
Yeah.
LeBron's like 6, 7. 6, 7, 8, 9, like all of 10s. And it was a great time. Great time.
For sure. All right. So at what age or what shoe do you remember that you was like, oh, I need to keep these clean? Like when did it become conscious that, oh, these are sneakers, these are clean, like I want to be fresh, I need to keep these clean? Like when did the fresh part kind of kick in for you?
Man, I think really I really think in high school. So I went to 2 different high schools, 2 totally different demographics. Right. So I started off at Side Springs and I finished at Side Ranch. So when I transferred over to Side Ranch, it was a lot of like I had to really adapt to where I was at. So it was a lot of Hollister being worn, a lot of Abercrombie, Sperry's and everything like that. But I was always like, oh, I'm still gonna wear my Jordans, you know. And so I always tried to keep everything that I had very clean, even though they might have not understood like, oh, this is what this is. So I got my very first job was actually Nike in the outlet mall right off 290 in Hempstead. So going towards PV. So one of the cool things at the time, I'm not really sure if they still do it, was we had to pick our uniform. We got 2 tops, 2 bottoms that were like on a specific list of as long as the bottoms were black, they were pretty cool. They were pretty lenient about it. But it was specific shirts that we had to wear. Now I want to tell you, I think you can pretty much wear like pretty much any Nike top or whatever. But the coolest part about it was that they let you pick out a pair of sneakers up to a certain price point. And the only thing you really pay for was the taxes on the uniform and obviously the sneakers. And so I remember, you know, not being able to really buy Jordans like that when I was a lot younger. It was really more of like, oh, I had to beg my parents to be able to do this, or I had to cut a bunch of yards to be able to buy like maybe a couple pairs of shoes that I wanted at like 13, 14 years old. I got the Lakers 6s, the 3M joints with the purple and yellow stitching. And I got those, just the taxes of what they were. I want to tell you at the outlet, they were like maybe $129.99. And so I got those my junior year, man. And I was like, all right, cool. I'm working, like, you know, and this is like a whole new thing. And this is like really before reselling became like just this like huge ordeal to what it is these days, you know, currently. So it was that's really the sneaker, really. That's like, okay, like, yeah, that's what really got them started, you know.
That's a good shoe. Unpopular shoe. That's a good shoe.
It's a great sneaker. I don't have them anymore. Obviously that was, oh my gosh, that was 14 years ago. Yeah, like 14, almost 15 years ago. So I don't have them. I think they've re-released like maybe once since then.
Yeah.
I would have to probably find them, just, obviously grab them for
Just
the
to have.
sentimental value.
Yeah. All right. So how was it like getting shoes growing up? Like, was it like one pair a semester, one pair for the school year, one black shoe, one white shoe? Like, what was mom's getting you? What was pops getting you? How was that?
Man, my mom's actually on her way here right now, man. That would have been really funny because she was like real adamant about that. And so I spent my earlier years at my mom's house through obviously like through birth through 7th, going into 8th grade with my mom.
Yeah.
So I was the only child at the time. It was like, this is when Foot Locker Champs, Foot Action had the, what was it, the 2 for 89
2 for 89, man.
2 for 89. So you had the Reeboks.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? Jay-Z had the sneakers, the Sean Carters, the all white joints. They had New Balances. This is before New Balance became. I've been wearing New Balance forever.
Dang, Dang.
So it was the 2 for 89. My mom basically like went on her own and was like, "Yo, I'm gonna pick out, this color scheme, this color scheme. This is gonna match pretty much everything that you got, and this is what you're gonna wear, And so I'm like, okay, cool. And then, time went on. Like, I remember having G units, little white G unit sneakers back in the day, like 4th, 5th grade. A lot of K Swiss.
Yeah.
All the Jordans I had, obviously, like I was a kid, man, I outgrew them. Yeah. And so I didn't really see Jordans again, bro. Like I said, until my like 10th, 11th grade year. Same. I was like, that was really it when I started making money.
Same here, man. It was a lot of 2 for 89. There was a lot of white feelers, black feelers, white soldiers, black.
The suede black feelers with the straps. Go it.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of that going on.
Yeah, a lot of that.
All right. What shoe in your collection has your favorite story attached? And that could be the story of the actual sneaker, or maybe a story of how you got the sneaker.
Man, currently, okay, so I'm in a rebuild state of my collection. So if I can give you maybe the past tense story of this particular, I don't have it now because it's hard to find, but I can give you the past tense. I can probably give you a current one if that's okay
that's cool.
with you.
Man, let's hear it.
So I have two favorite sneakers. My favorite Jordan is the 4. Jordan 4s are my all-time favorite. Bread 4s are my absolute favorite Jordan. Just dating back to just so many pictures of when I was a child that I was pictured in with my father and my cousin, man. That was like the sneaker I had on a lot as an infant, and even as I would say going into kindergarten, 1st grade, I had a pair as well from my mom's best friend. He bought me a pair as I grew up. So that was the sneaker I really wore a lot as a child. And so like it's very simple. It's easy to wear with anything. I am not a fan of the reimagines. I'm not. I'm all suede all the way, man.
I can't agree with you there, bro. But I understand the originality.
I'm not mad at it, but I am a suede Bread 4, man. CDPs, all that.
Yeah. I feel you. I ain't mad at it.
My second favorite pair, man, Doernbecher 4s.
Yeah.
That sneaker, bro, like number one, like the whole foundation of that hospital with children that have terminal illnesses, and they give those children an opportunity to express their artistic ability, creativity, to be able to design a sneaker through Nike, and it's dedicated to them. Is like a very cool story. Now, mind you, those came out in 2011. I have a sister who battled a very rare form of cancer later on down the line. And so stuff like that, man, that the children have a play in, that really means a lot to me. I love children, man. I feel like, no child deserves to have to go through an extreme battle like I watched my baby sister go through it, and so any DB sneaker that I get, man, like I keep it. Like there's no oh, I'm gonna resell this shoe. Like, nah, man, like I keep it every single time, man. Like every time.
Yeah, I got I got a solid, decent collection of DBs as well, man. Always good stories, always like extreme creativity with
Yeah.
those, man. So that's definitely a good one. I actually just dropped my my DB3s off to Packs to Go to get them soul swapped and get them back in the rotation. So
Yeah,
I
mine are
should get
like
those back
super
sometime.
yellow, man.
Yeah, yeah, I should get those back sometime this week, man. I'm happy to get those. That's one of my favorite DBs for
Yeah,
sure.
no, for sure, bro, for sure.
Do you have a favorite brand currently, or a favorite collaborator, or both? If you got both, like, well, you can give me either one. Favorite brand or favorite collaborator? What you
Man,
got?
okay, so my favorite brands can kind of like vary. I think it's really like what mood I'm in. I am a huge Supreme guy.
Yeah.
I love box logos. I've collected box logos for as long as I can really remember. A lot of the rapper tees, like the 3 6 Mafia, that's my favorite Supreme tee of all time. Gucci Man, Nasty Naj, man, the Sade, like, I love Babe. I'm a streetwear guy, so I love Babe Supreme. Kids makes great hoodies. BBC Ice Cream. I know some people are gonna laugh. I actually really do like Essentials. I really do.
That's good quality. It's quality stuff. It's overworn now. A lot of people just kind of don't wear it because it's available now, but that's still quality work at all times, bro.
No, it's dope, bro. Like it's dope. Like I think that really reintroduced the oversized wear, baggy wear back into the fashion world. Also really love Warren Lotus. I don't know exactly, like I can't really like exactly tell you why.
Yeah.
I'm just really a fan of like what he does, his work. Visited his store on Melrose. Actually, probably about a couple months ago. I didn't grab anything, but there was a point in time, bro, where I had 47 Warren Lotus t-shirts in my closet.
That's crazy.
Like 47. It was just like every drop, it was like, oh, I know I'm about to spend 125 to 150 here. And next thing you know, I look up and I'm like, yo, like I got like $6-7 grand worth of Warren Lotus. Yeah. Like it was insane. Yeah. So,
but he definitely makes some dope stuff. I like his the NFL and NBA collabs that he does, man. He always got some good creative stuff. Him and
he's definitely been highlighting women's basketball too.
True.
Like that's super dope. And then like obviously like his original designs, those are the really heavyweight tees. I can't remember what like the GSM on them are, but they're like, it's thick, bro. It's like super heavyweight. And it's almost like wearing a sweater. Like it's great quality, everything like that. Favorite collabs, bro, right now, man. I love Cactus Fleet Plant Market collabs with Nike. Like they're super dope. And Nigel Sylvester, bro, for sure. Nigel Sylvester's been killing the game. And Cactus Fleet Plant with the Air Force Ones. Even Off-White, too, man. Like, big Off-White guy. Yeah. Big Off-White guy.
Yeah. I like Cactus Plant a lot. They're one of the more creative collaborators that we have out.
Yeah.
Travis is cool. Like, no knock on Travis. The stuff does always look good, but it's very repetitive at this point.
Oh, yeah, I did leave out Trav. I'm sorry. Yeah. Trav, yes. I love Trav, too. Yeah. I do love Trav. Love Trav.
For sure. But Cactus Plant, they always putting out something very different.
Yeah, whether it's the shoes or the clothes.
The clothes. I'm gonna say the clothes too. Very creative, man. I like Cactus Plant a lot. Where you're from and who you grew up around like influence your sneaker and fashion choices?
Ooh, man, it's crazy. I'm really gonna have to go with, man, my pops, man. My pops is like that 90s sitcom swag. Like starts down, like Docker pants, Tommy Hilfiger polo, Nautica polo, Ralph Lauren. He can wear the boots one day, switch it up and be in like full athletic wear the next day with some 95s on, like, and so like that's really, believe it or not, bro, like, and my dad's gonna laugh when he sees this. Like, I really like kind of modeled that after him. Like, I feel like I dress very lax, but I make it effective, if that makes sense, right? So like, like my jacket right now is oversized tech, hoodies, like, and so I like to dress comfortable for me, but it's still very appealing and stylish for the next person.
Yeah, yeah.
If that makes sense. So I would definitely have to say my dad. And of course, like, you know, some of the rappers, again, like, you know, you and I, we came up in like, you know, 2005, 2006, you know, all this stuff. So like the whole baggy where we've been through the Echo phase, the South Pole, Sean John, Rockaware, like, you know, what was it? Fat Farm, all that stuff like that. So we've seen it all.
Yeah, yeah. While you're DJing, is there like a specific comfort style or comfort that you're looking for, or are you going straight style? You going straight fits? Like you on your feet all day. You going to 5 different clubs all day Saturday. So what we looking like on the DJ tip?
Man, this is a funny question because I actually had this debate with 2 of my really good friends. They always tell me like, "Why you dress like that when you DJ, man? You need to be putting it on." I'm like, man, look, like I want them to spend a day with me. So going from venue to venue with really no break is a very extraneous task, right? So my day could start. Let's go Saturday for an example. Let's go Saturday for an example. My day typically starts at 4 o'clock. I start at about 4 o'clock and I won't end till probably 2:30. You know, depending on like, hey, okay, the venue is going to stay open a little bit longer than normal. So if I know that I don't have really any gap longer than 2 or 3 hours, like, okay, I have to get dressed for the entire day.
For the day.
So if I'm getting dressed for the entire day, like PacSun sweats, all time go to, like absolute go to.
Yeah.
PacSun sweats, H&M sweat shorts, Nike the polyester shorts, and then they even make them into pants now to where they kind of look like little chinos, you know, and they're not too dressed down, they're not too dressed up. I'll just throw on maybe a t-shirt, bro, like something I know that's not really too heavy duty because, you know, we're in Texas, it's really hot. Or, you know, depending on the weather, I might throw on a hoodie, you know, or if I'm going to be at this particular venue, I know it's cold in here all the time, no matter body's in here or not, I'm going to have on a hoodie. When we're at camp, like I'm going to be outside. I know I'm going to have a t-shirt on. I might have a t-shirt in the car. Yeah. Sunday fun day, I know I'm going the whole day. I'm going to the gas station. Style wear, baby. Y'all know what's up.
Be the fresh one.
Fresh one. Yeah. I don't like wearing white.
Yeah.
I've never been a fan of wearing white, so I'm wearing black majority of the time, or any type of dark color. If you see me in white, this is like he's definitely trying something new.
Yeah. Same with me.
So that's my particular style, and I keep a pair of runners for sure. Like my Prestos are my most comfortable sneaker. That I personally wear. Next to the Vomero, so I'm gonna make sure I have something that looks good to cater to those sneakers. Yeah. Or if I got a break and it's like okay, you know what? Oh, I gotta be at this spot from like 12 to 2, and I got a little break. You know what? Let me go home. Let's shower up and let's put on maybe some cargo pants or something I typically don't wear too much. Even though I'm behind a facade, you don't really see too much of me. Yeah. And I'm just gonna have that on, and I'm like, okay, cool, it's just 2 hours. But the whole idea is to be comfortable.
Yeah.
To be comfortable. Yeah. So, and that's me as a whole.
Yeah, I feel it. That's same, bro. I'm at the comfort stage. I'm always. I hardly ever wear jeans, bro. I'm gonna have on some tech pants, some kind of Nike pants, some comfortable on the bottom, t-shirt. And then
bro, I'm looking at my closet right now. Yeah. I have 3 pairs of jeans.
Man.
That's it. 3. Now the rest I have like cargo pants and stuff. I love like camo pants, so I got different color, different types of patterns of those. Some ACG pants, like, but jeans, like, nah, bro. I'm like, I don't really got too many of them.
Nah, man. I'm gonna let the shoes, the shirt, and the hat do the talking. The pants gotta be comfortable, bro. Pants gotta be comfortable.
You understand me?
Yeah. All right. If someone asked you to describe the sneaker and fashion culture here in Houston, how would you describe it? What would you say?
Oh, man. I think it really depends on like where you go. So during COVID is that's when a lot of our population changed, right? So a lot of people came up on a lot of money. So they were able to spend it on a lot of designer items. Me personally, No, not. I'm not really a big designer guy. I think it's cool, but it's a lot to keep up with. The upkeep, and then it's like if I spend like $600-700 on this shirt, oh, I'm gonna wear that shirt very frequently. You know what I'm saying? And so now, like, you know, we live in a world where it's like, oh, I wore this shirt a week ago and then I wear it the next week, but like 4 or 5 days apart, somebody's like, oh, he wore that last week. I'm like, man, this is too much to keep up with. Why are you paying that much attention to me? Like, you know, and so I'm not really a big designer guy, man. Now the sneaker wise, I love it, man. I think a lot of people lost really a lot of focus to what it really is. It's a lot of reselling now, man. Like, you know, it's very rare to go out and see, you know, you're in a mall and like, I remember back in the days when we were younger, we'll go in the mall and I'll be like, yo, Unc over here got the whole unit on, like, you know, the whole Jordan jersey, shorts, and he got on Bread 11s that came out like, you know, this morning. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now it's like, oh, I can go get these shoes a week early. I'm gonna pay, you know, this person, that person, or whatever. And it's not the same, bro. Like, so now that, you know, I'm very blessed to have a career to where I can go back and buy things that I never had a chance to own as a child. And that's one of my favorite things, you know, that I can do now. So it's different, bro. It's different. But also too, because we're so comfortable, we don't spend a lot of money when it comes to a lot of these things.
Yeah, shoes is really the only thing I spend my money on. Like, that's really it. Like, I'm a cop some clothes every now and then, but I buy a lot of like independent brands, a lot of the local brands, and
a lot
stuff
of your boys merch. Like, you know, I bought your merch. Like, you know, you know, and I wore them shorts till I couldn't no more. So.
Yeah, I wear a lot of stuff like that. I still wear a lot of like Stussy, a lot of like the Nike collabs. But I'm like, I'm not too flashy on the clothes. I don't wear any designer like that.
Yeah, I have like designer items. Like, you know, I have a wallet.
Yeah.
I think I have a pair. Yeah, I have a pair of Dior like B23s, but it's just like, you know, the whole like ordeal. Like, I found them at a pawn shop. Like, of course I'm gonna buy them.
Oh, that's the Chuck Taylor looking joints.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, like if I see it at a moderate price and it's like, you know what, like I can't wear sneakers every single where I go. Like, you know, I got to switch it up a little bit, and you know, I might throw something like that on. A little pair of McQueens or here and there or something like that. So.
Understood. All right. What's your favorite and least favorite parts about the current state of sneakers? Like, what you like about it, what you don't like about it in 2025?
Favorite things. One of my favorite things probably is my favorite thing is seeing things that I couldn't get as a child come back. Man. I really think that that's really cool, man. Like, I remember begging my mom in the 11th grade to buy me. She asked me what I wanted for Christmas, and my mom, she always do this thing. She gets me Christmas gifts very early. Yeah. And so 2011, she bought me black cement 3s. And I wore those shoes until I could not anymore. And so I had to wait until they dropped again, which was in, what was it, like 2017, 18? They dropped them again, you know. So it's just like, it's really cool to see the things that I never got a chance to be able to purchase as a child come back. The Black Cat 3s, like, that was super cool. Like Black Cat 4s, like, you know what I'm saying? Like all that type of stuff. Like the Doernbecher 3s came out, I think like in 2008. Like, I was in like 7th or 8th grade, bro. Like, there was no way my parents would buy me those, you know what I mean? And then we didn't even know where to get them.
Yeah.
Literally. Yeah, we didn't even know. Like, you know, I was fortunate enough to work for Nike and be able to like see the stuff come out, like, you know, before it were released to the public, and I had access to get it. So I thought that was really cool. You know, even seeing all the Kobe's come back, like, bro, the KDs, like all stuff like that. Yeah, they're not worth what they were back then, but it's cool because like we have so many stories of going to be able to get the shoes, bro. Skipping school, skipping classes, like, you know what I'm saying? Like taking an F on like this assignment just to go get a pair of shoes. Like,
pair of shoes, bro.
Yep. So that's one of my favorite things. That's probably my favorite thing. That has changed. That's going on currently. I will say, least favorite thing, man. I think the price points of all of these shoes like just drastically increasing by the year.
Yeah.
Like I remember, bro, like I remember in 2011, like those black cements my mom bought me, bro, they were like 150.
Yeah.
Like black cements, like they're like 220 retail now.
Yeah.
Like CDPs, the CDP pack, bro, retail 310. There's no telling what that would be now today.
It's easy $500, bro.
Yeah,
Easy
like
450 to 500 for a pack.
Bro, and like I got a pair of CDP pack like a few weeks ago from the pawn shop, and they still had the suggested retail, and I'm like, dude, like this is from 08, so mind you, we don't even know what they cost. I'm like, this is all this was back then, like it's crazy.
But the thing is, back then that was a lot of money, though.
Yes,
like that was a lot of money.
Money is a lot easier to obtain these days than it was back then.
That's a fact.
I definitely agree.
All right, let's move into like your day to day. You're a full-time DJ now. How did you get into it? How long you been doing it? What you do before you started DJing? Like, how'd you get into it?
So I am very, very blessed to say I'm a full-time DJ. I dibble and dabble in a lot of different fields. My DJ career started off in Sam Houston, actually. My best friend Travis, he was getting ready to graduate. Anybody who's in this room, this chat right now, if you've ever been to a party in Sam Houston, y'all know about quarter night. Quarter night is pretty self-explanatory. It was a night where every drink was a quarter. $5, you're getting carried out of the bar. Insane. I didn't know what this was, and so obviously it's well liquor, but we're college kids, like we just want to have a good time. And so my best friend's roommate, one of his roommates, he was in the Army, but he was on leave, and he was at school, and he was a DJ, had DJ equipment in his room. I heard him playing music, for us, like pre-gaming or whatever, getting ready to go to the bars, and I went in there and was just like, yo, like he was kind of showing me the ropes or whatever. And then even prior to that, one of my OGs, Scott Summers, he's a Grammy-winning producer now. Y'all on the Latin spectrum. I used to be one of his sneaker plugs back in the day, and I used to take him shoes to the club, and so like I would kind of be in the booth with him a lot, kind of watch what he does, and I thought it was really cool. But the liquor won this particular night, and it turned out to be one of the greatest things that ever happened in my life. I remember I called my mom, and I was like, I'm gonna learn how to DJ. I want to be remembered as one of the best to ever do this, like especially in my hometown, my state, and this, that, and the third. And I don't remember any of this. Maybe like a week or so later, this package comes to my mom's house. She calls me. She's like, hey, your package is here. And I'm like, what package are you talking about? She was like, oh, you don't remember when you called me in the parking lot of Whataburger talking about you wanted to be a DJ? Yeah. I was like, nope. So I called my best friend, and I'm like, yo, like, you know anything about this? He was like, oh, yeah, man, you was just going blah, 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 blah. I'm going to just be a DJ. And I'm like, oh, okay. And so, we fast forward, and we look at it today, man, it's one of the greatest things to ever happen to me, man. Very, very blessed. Very, very grateful to God for that. Prior to me DJing, I actually was in hotel and restaurant management. Went to school, went to college and everything. I was actually not too far away from getting my degree, man. But then I just said that I didn't want to work for somebody else for the rest of my life. And that's no shade, that's no knock to anybody, but you can do anything that you want to do. And I worked for Papacitos, actually, specifically for about a decade, man. I was a bartender, I was a server, and then I went into management. And so that job molded me and shaped me to be able to fully branch out into being a full-time entrepreneur. Curating events, bringing people together through music, DJing these clubs, corporate events, weddings, and you know, just a little bit of it all, man. I mean, you see me every Saturday, Sunday, you know. So that's really a little journey of how I got started.
For sure. So who was the first person that gave you a shot to DJ? Like what first spot or what first party? You remember that first time you DJ?
Man, so I did like we do like kind of like little house parties here and there. I don't really have too much vivid memory of those, for obvious reasons. But my first major opportunity, I would say, happened probably 6 months into me. 6 months into me actually DJing, man. Again, back to Scott. Scott was the resident DJ for Sticky Promo. And Scott texted me one day and was like, "Hey, it's not a paid gig, but you want to come open for me?" And this was at Mercy, which is now Sakai, for the New Houston people that are in here. So I was at Mercy, man, and I completely bombed it.
Man.
Yeah, I thought that was gonna be a success story. Nope. No, not even close. And I remember, bro, they told me not to quit my day job because I was still managing the Papacitos. And they were like, "Man, don't quit your job. This ain't for you." And I was just like, "Man." And I take constructive criticism very well. I didn't, go to social media. Oh, they said I was bad, this and that. I didn't go to it, man. I prayed to God and asked, if this is what the road that I'm gonna go down, like, show me the way, lead me to where I need to be. And gradually I started to find my own way in the Latin clubs, the hip hop clubs, being able to play in any room, country, rock, indie, pop, urban, R&B nights, all that. I'm very blessed to be able to have found my way, found, what worked for me over these last 10 years. And so now we fast forward, same promoters, Sticky Promo, I actually DJ for them.
Man.
So, man, not JR. JR has always been very solid to me, man. Gave me that opportunity. Of course, like, back then, obviously, like, it wasn't the result that I, initially wanted. But, I look back now, man, and I tell him all the time, man, like, when I see him, I'm like, yeah, you remember when you told me I wasn't good, and we just laugh about it to this day now, and so that's always been a really cool story for me to be able to tell to the people, like, don't give up. I mean, I don't look at DJing for the money, man. Like, I really don't. Like, I genuinely enjoy watching people interact, bringing people together. I might not have the best days, the best sets every time, but for me, that's therapy in itself. That's mental therapy for me.
Yeah. And I can tell you enjoy it, bro. Like, I can tell you enjoy it. I can tell when some DJs are just there playing music, and I can tell the DJs that literally enjoy setting the vibe. Like, and me being in the observatory state at all times, because I'm not the one that's in the club lit, but I'm just sitting there watching. I can tell who's enjoying it and who's just there trying to get it over with so they can go on to the next spot.
Right, going to the next spot. Yeah,
I can tell, bro. I can tell. What's your favorite vibe to curate? Is it ladies' night, R&B night? Is it the night party? Is it a wedding? Like, what's your favorite vibe to curate?
Man, I am a R&B lover, man. I can listen to R&B all day, every day, man. Even like when I'm on my way home from the clubs, most of the time I'm riding in complete silence. But if I had to choose music to ride home to, it's definitely R&B. Okay. Really calming music, Sade, Frank Ocean, Leon Thomas, Party Next Door, things like that. Yeah. Again, I am very blessed to be able to play in every type of room. And what it starts with is keeping up with the times. Yeah. I'm very, very grateful to have siblings that are young. So, like, I have a 19-year-old sister, I have an 18-year-old sister, I have an 18-year-old brother, and I have a 15-year-old sister. Yeah. So if I kind of get lost in the sauce, I'm like, hey, like, what's new? Boom, my little brother, like, he'll text me, hey, this is everything. And then, You know, we started playing it in the club, and they like, oh yeah, and like next thing you know, it's a whole TikTok dance, and I'm like,
Yep.
what? Like,
Yep.
yeah. So like, you know, I thank my little brother, my sister Maya, and Eden. Like, I do a lot of corporate gigs, sometimes that are on their side of town, and so you know, I'll text them. I'm like, hey, if y'all got time, like, I'll gladly if one of y'all can ride with me here, you know, and Maya's in my ear, like, okay, look, like, play this next because this is what's trending right now, like, and I'm looking at her like, all right, cool, and then boom, I play it, and they just go crazy, and I'm like, we got to keep up with that, and you know, so a lot of times, like, I check and see what's trending on TikTok, I see what's trending on the billboards, even in the Latin community, you know, I'll hit my boys, you know, a lot of my Latin DJs. I'm like, hey, like, I'll give you an even exchange, like, let me know what's popping, you know, in that spectrum, and then let me send you over this folder right here, and you know, this is what's booming here, you know. So I'm able to play in any room. But if I had to choose, bro, it's R&B for sure.
R&B.
R&B.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. I'm a R&B lover too. The trap in the night party is cool. Like, don't get me wrong. That's a whole different vibe, but ain't nothing like somebody that can put together a good R&B set. And that's what I always tell people. That they ask me who my favorite DJs are. I'm like, man, I really, really enjoy when you or McDaniels is on the R&B set.
Yeah.
Y'all got like a good ear for good music, bro. Like, y'all are my two favorite for that type of vibe, bro.
I appreciate that.
No doubt, bro. No doubt. All right. How do you feel about song requests?
Oh man. I'm like 75-25. 75% I'm like, like, why are we doing this? It's my job to curate the vibe, right?
Yeah.
And majority of the time what happens is the song requests are either it's like their homeboy's record, their cousin Pookie, who hopped in the studio 3 days ago, and he quote unquote made a banger, and everybody gonna go crazy to it, but we don't know who Pookie is.
Right.
You know, and it's no disrespect, but I'm not gonna play that here. Like, you know, find me 20-30 minutes before the club opens. Like, I'm typically gonna be there, you know, and so and that 25% is like a lot of times it's like when that happens, it's really rare, bro. Like, it's like guests will come up and they're like, man, I really like I'm really digging the vibe you're in. If you get a chance, can you throw this in? And I'm like, dang, I forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me. Like, you know, and those are my favorites. McDaniels and I, and he'll probably see this eventually. We have this thing. Typically, we don't take song requests, but if I ask you where you're from and you say, hey, I'm from out of town, I'm from Connecticut, I'm from Wisconsin, Milwaukee, wherever, I'm gonna listen to you because it's happened. Like, I'm like, oh, okay, boom. That's how we found out, like, about so many LA records. Like, I'm like, all these people are like, yo, we from LA, like, play this record, like, whole section over here from LA, they from LA, I play the record. Boom, next thing you know, here come 5-6 bottles coming out, 222, and I'm like, all right, cool. Like, you know, so it's good. You know, it's good for them. So I would say it's 75-25 when it comes to the song request for sure.
Right. Because my brother was telling me one time, I think he tried to offer you some bread, tried to offer you like $100 for a song request, you turned him down, bro. I don't know what song it was on the radio. I was there, probably at camp or something. But
I'm trying to think myself, man. I'm trying to think. I'm sorry, friend. I'm sorry, friend.
He told me he tried to throw you some bread. No, it's all good. It's all good. How does your taste? Well, you already kind of answered this, but if you can come with another short answer, how does your taste in music help, hurt, or differ from what you play at parties? You kind of already touched on it a little bit, but got anything for that?
I love opening nightclubs. I feel like, and any DJs that are in here, that's the hardest shift you'll have, but it's also the most important shift because you're setting the entire tone on the night. If I walk into the club and I'm immediately playing Chief Keef, you know, Zillionaire Doe, Montana 700, it's, you know, if I'm starting the night off like that, then it's gonna be real reckless by the end of the night. And I love their music. Don't ever get it twisted. I love their music. But opening is very important. And so it's like you get to go explore, depending on obviously the demographic, the age group of where you're at, right? Like, so you can play those Jay-Z records. You know, we can go back to college, play the Waka Flockas. You know, like there's a chick, bro. She went viral not too long ago and was talking about like how the DJs need to play newer music, this, that, and the third. Like nobody wants to hear like No Hands in the Club. I'm like, No Hands is a diamond record. Do you understand how big of a record that is? Like, you know, like there's not too many. There's a lot of diamond records, but like for that to be a hip hop song that is diamond, you know, and so we get a lot of backlash when it comes to that. That we play older music, but it's like you got to think about like the age demographic. You know, the people that are in there, right? Like, so we're in Texas. Like, Houston's like fourth largest city in America, most popping city in America right now.
Right now.
So it's like we have Atlanta's very frequent visitors here. Yeah, Atlanta, they're very, very frequent visitors. Detroit, they're very frequent. West Coast, New York, Philly, all that stuff like that. So it's like if they're here, I'm gonna play those records. They're like, oh dang, like how he know that? Like, you know, like the old Gucci Man, Shawty Low, like, you know, a lot of these songs come back trending because of TikTok. Like, Ain't I, bro, by like Young LA is like trending again. I'm like, yo, I love this song when like in 2008 or whenever it came out. Now the fact that it's back, like, you know, Tupac resurfacing like on the Billboard chart because of TikTok. Like
Tupac on TikTok is so crazy.
Yeah, like I'm
that's
like
the craziest one
I'm like looking, I'm
everything,
like,
bro.
you look out in the section, like, you know, you start seeing them hitting up. I'm like, man, this is crazy. Like my mama would have been pissed. Like, you know, so crazy. But again, like you get a chance to explore a lot. And so it's like you have to adapt to any room that you're in, right? You know, like DJing at Prospect's like a restaurant lounge, right? So like why would I be in here playing, you know, Finito, you know, this, that, and the third, like, or it's 10 o'clock at camp, like, you know, like it's a gradual build up. It's like a roller coaster, bro. You go up, you go down, you go straight, you go fast, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and so it's a whole build up process. And so being able to know when to play this, know when to play that is a very serious thing. And people think like all the time, oh, y'all just get up there and just press play, press a button. I'm like, no, it's not that serious. It's not that deep. Like, I mean, it's not that simple. It's like a legit thought process to it. You know,
that's a fact, bro. That's a complete fact. Who's been your favorite artist so far in 2025?
Oh, huh. Dang. I know this is gonna sound crazy. I really enjoyed the run. I enjoyed the run he's on. I wouldn't say he's my favorite, but Bossman D-Lo's really dope.
Yeah.
Bossman D-Lo's really dope. You can't never go wrong with Future. Never can go wrong with Future. I love that Young Thug's back. He's making music. Mariah's Scientist. Like Burning Blue is like my favorite song, like right now.
Yeah, that's a hit right there, bro.
Like I think it might be the greatest song that's come out this year. Don Toliver.
Underrated, man.
Let's go. No, that is the answer right there. That's the answer.
Yeah.
That's the answer.
Don Toliver hard, bro. I don't want to downplay his fame or whatever, but he needs to blow up, bro. Like Don Toliver hard.
His man, he has the craziest fan base. Like it's super dope, bro. Like overseas and in the States, man. It's just like I said, he has a palette for a specific listener, you know, and so it's like you can go to his concert and you're gonna see all races in there, you know, and it's super dope, bro. Like he's a phenomenal performer, super dope performer. His like production team, like they're really cool, man. And like even like his camp, bro, like his producers, bro, they're so creative. Like it's unbelievable. Like You know, so if I had to say that, if I had to say 2025, bro, I'm gonna go Don,
Yeah,
bro.
that's a
I'm
good
gonna go Don for
answer,
sure.
bro. That's
Definitely,
a
yeah,
good answer.
definitely Don, bro.
What 3 songs are giving you the best crowd response right now?
Right now,
Mm. And you can give like a turn up song or your best R&B song. You can give whatever, however you want to turn it into. But give me 3 songs that give you your best crowd response right now.
Burning Blue
Yeah.
on the R&B spectrum. Yeah. It's just like the song is just super dope, bro. It's just like it's just I can't really describe it. Like, you know, it's a great song.
Mm-hmm.
Rap wise, bro. Man, Win Whammy.
Well, Whammy.
Win Whammy, bro. Win
That's a
Whammy,
hit,
bro.
dog.
I remember, bro. I remember. I was on Spotify, maybe like 2-3 weeks before the song like blew up. Yeah. Like it was like kind of like, oh, what's this or whatever. And I'm like, oh, this song has like a really cool beat. Like, and I'm like, oh, this is that old OJ the Juice Man record. Him and DJ, I can't remember the DJ's name, but it's called Wham Bam from like, you know, that whole Gucci Man, OJ the Juice Man run. I'm like, yo, this is the same beat. Like, it's like wham, wham. And I'm like, and then sure enough, like, you know, you look up the credits and I'm like, oh, it's the same song. Yep. So like, I remember, bro, like, we were at Prospect and like Rogers got there and Rogers likes to break a lot of new records, like, you know, and then next thing you know, like 2 weeks later, boom, it's like the hottest record in the world. Yep. Rogers played it and I was like, yo, like, I was like, yo, I heard this song on Spotify, but I just didn't download it. Then, like, next thing you know, I look over, bro, like, every female is, like, going crazy. I'm like, yep, see? That's it. So those 2, and then one more, bro. One more. Man, I would probably say there's got to be a Glorilla record, bro. Like, there's got to be a Glorilla record, bro. Like her run right now, like is like something crazy, bro. Like she's like just going crazy. Yeah. So I would definitely go with those 3. Yeah. Glow hard, man. She ain't missed. No, not at all. She go hard in the club, girl. I got a gospel Grammy. Like yeah, that's crazy. That's a whole nother conversation for another day. That's crazy, but.
Bro, that's a great gospel song, though, bro. I can't lie. I'm really surprised, respectfully. I'm surprised that they made it to the club yet. That's a great song.
Kirk
Franklin, on a brunch tip or like on the R&B night. That is a great record, bro. That's a great. I listen to it literally every morning. I wake up like, Alexa, play Glorilla and Kirk Franklin. They play that song every morning, bro.
Oh, crazy.
It's a great song, bro.
Yo, what?
All right. Last DJ, like day-to-day question. What are some of your career goals for the near future? What you trying to do within music or DJing, producing? Or what's next?
Man, number 1, bro. Definitely giving back. Definitely being able to give back. I'm in a position, you know, to where we're making a great amount of money and being able to give back to the community, right? Like, so, you know, originally I grew up in Trinity Gardens. You know, and so I do get a chance to go back and visit, you know, where I actually grew up, where I was raised. Definitely, I would love to go on a full tour run, with the artist, not specifically maybe being their personal DJ, but more along the lines of I would like to open their show, right? Like sure. So, like I'm the one getting the crowd ready for this artist to come out. That's really what I want to do. And so, producing wise, I will tell you it's been a while since I've made a beat. But again, I'm 31 now, man. So, you know, I'm able to I have a lot more patience now. Because producing is a lot of patience, bro. A lot of patience. And so being able to just go back really in and learning like you know, the basics and being able to like point out sounds, what's too loud, what does this need more of, what does it need less of, you know, this type of ordeal, you know. But you got to take that time out away from your personal schedule, you know, when me being a DJ, to be able to sit down and do things like that.
And take their time for sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. A lot of us, we see Hustle and Flow, we see Get Rich or Die Trying, like, oh, you can make a beat in 5 minutes,
Yeah,
and we ready to go.
Some of your favorite records, bro, the beats took 5 minutes, and they are worldwide hits.
Yeah. All right. This next segment, it's called FLYEERR Rapid Fire, bro. It's pretty shoe based, so if you want to get up and grab the shoe, feel free. We're a visual crowd here. We definitely like to see. All right.
Got you.
So what's your favorite shoe in your collection? One shoe.
Right now,
Mm-hmm.
man.
That cactus plant. Yeah, that's such a good shoe. I'm so mad I didn't get
I
those,
got
bro.
these before that drastic price increase. I love purple. Black is like my favorite color, but if black isn't considered a color, I'm gonna tell you purple. I like bright things. Like I love really, really bright things. So and then Air Force One, you can dress them up or down. You know, so that's probably my favorite shoe in my collection, and probably the bricks.
Man, such a good shoe, bro.
Probably
Such a good shoe. All right. God forbid, but if your house is on fire, you can only save 2 shoes. What you grabbing?
Ooh.
That's it. Everything else gotta stay. You got
Everything else gotta go. All these are replaceable, but probably my Doernbecher 6s, because these are really hard to find.
Yeah.
Like really, really hard to find.
Yeah.
And probably these MCAs.
Yeah. Rich must be nice, man.
I'm not, man. I wish.
Nice. What's the last shoe you picked up?
Last shoe I bought, CDP 3s and 20s.
Okay, I did see you post that pack. Good pack.
CDP 3s and 20s. So it's still like I wore them actually last week. They didn't even fall apart.
That was my next question. I'm about to ask you. Do you think they're wearable?
Yeah, I wore them.
Yeah.
I wore them. The 3s, like, bro, the 3s are like basically like brand new in a sense. Like you could that's the 3.
Yeah.
But it's like really dusty. You could tell they were just sitting in like this guy's storage or whatever. Like bottoms are like, like really, really like everything's intact. It's super dope.
What's that? 2008?
Yeah, 2008. Actually, the coolest thing about that pack is it came out on my birthday in 2008.
Oh yeah, that's a keeper for sure.
Yeah, like I was like, yeah, I gotta keep that. Definitely gotta keep that.
What's the oldest shoe in your collection?
The oldest shoe in my collection right now, bro. I want to tell you. I'm looking for it. Oh, it's right behind me. I think it's these Newcastles.
Man, that's a good shoe.
Yeah.
Whoa, Rich, man. God, dog.
Newcastle SBs. I actually got those for like $70, bro.
Man,
like $70. Second oldest for sure would be the CDPs, because they were all in 08.
Okay.
Yeah, they were all in 08. I'm trying to think. Yeah, that's the oldest for sure. Yeah, definitely the oldest.
What shoe did you pay the most for?
In my closet right now, the Cactus Fleet plants.
The purple? Okay.
I think that's the most I ever paid for a shoe. I think I paid like $850. Prior to that, it was no, I lied. The most expensive shoe in my closet are the Brooklyn Air Forces.
What you pay for Brooklyn's?
These, I think it was like $13.50.
Must be nice, man.
$13.50.
Let's let me hold 1 week's salary, bro. Just one.
Man, look, man. There's a backstory. There's a backstory to those. I'll tell you that off of this chat.
13, crazy.
I'll tell you the backstory of that, like in your text messages, because you're gonna laugh about it.
All right. What shoes you pay the least for or get the best deal?
Hey,
on?
mom.
Have you want to?
My mom just walked in my house. You said the shoe I got the best deal on.
Either paid the least for or got the best deal on. Whichever one you want to tell.
Man, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I think it's the CDPs, bro. It's just like a really cool thing. Like those or the Travis 4s, but probably the CDPs just because of how I found them.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you know, for the viewers that don't know, so I love pawn shops. I'm a thrifter guy. Like, so I'm gonna go find any type of deal that I can get. And so I go to this pawn shop off of Ella. I don't really gatekeep. It's called Sunbelt. It's on Ella Boulevard. In Heights, like Independence Heights or whatever. And I walked in. That's how I found a pair of the Dior's. Second time I went in, they had the Cactus Jack 4s, and I was like, they were sitting in the corner. I was like, yo, like they had the box, everything. You know, it's a regular Nike box, or it's a regular Jordan box, and I already had a pair, but mine were like beat to the ground. So I was like, yo, let me check them, boom, boom, and I checked them, and they passed. Like, and then the next time I came back and I got the CDPs, and I'm like, yo, this is like the craziest pawn shop find like I've ever seen. Man. And like I got the pack, but obviously it retailed at $310. And I want to tell you, I got the pack. I think it was like $500, bro. And they were taking offers, and I was like the price point they had was $5. And I was like, okay, that's fine. Yeah. You know, because I knew what they were.
Yeah, so. They're probably just trying to get rid of them because $500 that's a deal, bro. Especially
bro. Like, and they do they do great pricing there. Like, so it's like they have a lot of designer items. Like, you ever want to, women in there right now, do not judge me, but if you want to get fellas, you want to get your woman, your shawty, a bag, a good bag for the low.
Yeah. That's where you go. All right. I'm have to go check that out, man. Go see what's up over there.
I'm trying to tell you, man. I'll put y'all on, man. Women, don't be mad at me for that. But I ain't got no woman, so I ain't got no reason to be buying no women a bag.
What's your favorite shoe from 2025 so far?
2025, bricks.
No question.
No question.
All right, that was quick.
Bricks.
What shoe are you looking forward to for the rest of 25?
Undefeated.
No doubt.
No hesitation.
No doubt. It's so. I mean, we talked about this last week with my guy Joe. The stuff that they re-releasing that I missed out on is like crazy. Tokyo 5s, undefeated.
I'm mad they're re-releasing them, but I'm not because like they were inaccessible to everybody.
But
now,
I mean, what shoe?
Like the undefeated.
Okay. But yeah.
Now I'm like, man, you know what? I don't even care. This for us.
Man, I need it. Oh man, they can make a million pairs,
bro. I said the first person you know that 9.5. Yeah. Like, let me know.
Yeah,
I need it.
But they giving us galaxies. They gave us everything this year, bro.
It's been a really good year, bro. I was sick.
You didn't get galaxies?
No, I still don't.
The prices came back down though. They not that. It's like $350. It's nothing crazy.
Oh yeah, no, it's not bad.
It's nothing crazy.
Like
I thought they were gonna shoot
galaxies, bro. We like skipped school, bro, to like try and get them. Like I ended up getting a pair like probably like my later college years, but like we really skipped school like in like 11th, 12th grade, bro, like to try and get all the shoes.
It's crazy, bro. I was literally about to pay like $900 for a clean used pair like a year and a half ago. And then a couple of months later, we started getting rumors of a retro. I was like, man, let me just have some patience.
And the box is cool.
Yeah. The new box. Yeah, the new box is cool. The new box is cool. Yeah, same thing I said. All right. Let's say someone is coming to Houston that's never been here. What are 2 shoe stores and 2 clubs or lounges or nights or however you want to flip that they need to go to? So 2 shoe stores and then 2 clubs, 2 lounges, 2 R&B nights, whatever your 2 favorite nights are.
Central Supply
Central, okay.
And Money Money.
Money. Both resale shops, but both good shops with good selection.
Yeah, it's a lot, bro. But like those two, like have like the biggest selection to me personally. Like if you come in here like looking for an Off-White, this, that, and the third, like Money's bound to have them.
Yeah.
Like bound to have them. Oh, Faculty Hype, honorable mention for sure.
Man, I haven't been a Faculty Hype in a long time.
That's Casey. That's my guy, bro. Like Casey's my guy. Yeah. Make sure that I, you know, like we walk in, me, Jay Stone, all of us, like he takes care of us, bro. Like that. Faculty Hype for sure.
Shout out Faculty.
And you said two clubs, lounges. Man, I mean, I could really give you a list. Gotta. I'm not being biased because I work there. Camp Day Party, like, is one of my favorite parties ever. Yeah. Like, the whole, like, from the DJ, like, starting from brunch all the way to the end, like, you know, it's a super dope lineup. Sugar Room on Thursdays with St. Chris, Super J, and McDaniels. That's like the ultimate like R&B soul, neo soul, like deep cut vibe, bro. Like that you can experience. Like it's a legit space for music lovers, bro. Like the R&B spectrum. Fancies on Wednesday specifically. Mr. Rogers has his event, Sushi.
I've seeing that.
And so Sushi's cool because Rogers has been my favorite DJ since I was like 16. And so being able to work alongside him is one of the coolest things, bro. Like, and full circle moments too as a DJ. Yeah. For me. And so when I was in college, Rogers used to do these mixtapes. They were called Sushi. It was, I don't really cuss on the internet, but blank, you should hear it immediately. And, you know, watching him turn those mixtapes into a physical party in 2025 is super dope. Love is a really cool spot. They have a peanut butter espresso martini. I love martinis.
Espresso. I gotta go tap in with that. That sounds crazy.
Man, just let me know, bro. We can go.
Yeah.
Let me go, bro. Just let me know we can go. It's so many, bro. Like, it really depends on, like, you know, like, what type of vibe you like, what's your age group, you know, everything like that, bro. Like, you know, I'm from Trinity Gardens, so, like, you know, I love, like, you know, Emancipation, you know, the weekend, I'm with Sweet Jones, the owners there, they went to Yates, one went to Yates, he's from Alabama. You always feel at home there. You know, so like that's like a true, like, going on Emancipation is like a true legit Houston experience. Like if you're from out of town, bro, like, yeah, you can go to, you know, this spot you seen on TikTok, but if you want a legit Houston experience, you gotta hit the north side, you gotta go on Emancipation, bro. Yeah. Like it's only right. If you want a legit experience, like, oh, this is Houston, like, you know.
Yeah, Emancipation definitely one of the ones.
Yeah.
Where, like, me going to TSU, like since I moved down here in 2011, I've always lived inside the loop around the TSU area, bro.
Yeah.
And just seeing that growth of Emancipation, D-Bar, and they adding Savoy and Lady.
D-Bar Wednesday is crazy, bro.
They used to be the spot, bro.
Yeah, High C used to do it on Wednesday.
Yeah. Man, so like seeing Emancipation turn into a tourist spot, which is still in the middle of the hood, but it's not crazy unsafe over there. It's just it's a crazy turn of events, bro. And I love to see that for Emancipation.
Yeah. Nah, super dope.
And I got to shout out Super J. He brought up Super J. I got to shout out Super J, bro. When we were in college, bro, Super J used to DJ a couple of my college parties and stuff, bro.
Okay.
And Super J wanted the goats. Super J wanted the goats. He wanted the TSU goats. I gotta shout out Super J, bro. Like,
yeah, that's my guy, man. I love Super J. Man, it's crazy. I want to tell you, Super J and I recently, like, really recently started, like, talking, like, late last year, early this year. I think it was, like, really, like, we wouldn't be in the same spaces at the same time. Like, I knew who he was, he knew who I was. And then eventually, like, we linked up on some volunteer work we did with Rogers at an elementary school. Like late last year, I want to say. It was like me, Rogers, his boy Steve. Steve's our boy, like, really good guy. And Super J actually showed up. And so, like, that was really when me and him, like, exchanged numbers, like, locked in or whatever. Like, and so it's been like a dope experience. Like, he has his R&B and game night with him and Flim.
Yeah.
On Friday, every other Friday at Neighbors, bro. Like super dope experience. Like that was the first time I ever speed dated. Like all that, like you know what I'm saying. Like because of him.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, shout out Super J, dog. That boy really loves DJing. Like he really
Yeah,
enjoys.
he loves what he does, bro, and like and I appreciate him, bro, because he lets me, you know, like he you know he books me to do, you know, as a guest to come do his, you know, his curated event, and has also, you know, reached out, well not reached out, but like you know has thrown my name into other spots that he DJs, and they entrust him to bring in other DJs, and you know he got me, you know, at a spot, a newer spot on 45. I want to say they just opened maybe a couple months ago or something like that. The lounge, and you know, and I start there on Sunday, and you know, and that's, you know, the owner, she heard of me through Super J, so I was like, that's dope.
That's love. That's love. Last question. If you had to suggest one person to get on a future episode, who would that be?
Oh, like somebody in my field or just in general?
Yeah, well, however you wanna do it. It could be a DJ or somebody that just loves sneakers. Whoever you think would be a good guest.
Man, I would say Jay Stone, bro. Jay Stone is really big into sneakers and like fashion in general. Yeah. Of course, Rogers. Rogers, big sneakerhead.
Yeah.
Trying to think, man. Cause I'm gonna be mad, bro. Then as soon as I get off the call, I'm be like, oh yeah, this person. But I would definitely say Roger J Stone for sure. Like J Stone is very, very knowledgeable when it comes to sneakers and stuff like that. He's like one of my biggest headaches, but in a good way. You know what I'm saying? Like it's my boy, but you know he also my headache. Gotta keep my boy in line.
Straight up. And I got one more question just to get the best started between the DJs, bro. Who got the best sneaker collection?
DJ wise?
DJ wise.
Dang, man. DJ wise. Okay, he don't live here, but I'm gonna send him to you. DJ Booth, bro. DJ Booth. DJ Booth is Nicki Minaj and Fabulous's tour DJ.
Okay.
Booth got craziest sneaker collection I've seen from a DJ in my life, like ever. I'm like, yo, this is nuts. Like when I want to tell you, bro, like, and so like Booth, like when he's on Instagram and he's going to DJ somewhere, he's like, this is my uniform for the day. When we got the whole top to bottom and then sneaker, and like I'm like, damn, I ain't seen these in a minute. Like, bro had on like Gibsons the other day. Like, then like had his DB4s on, but he hadn't worn them in so long. He was like, he texted me like, man, just crumbled on me. I'm like, dang, bro, like, you know, and so like, you know, but DJ wise, bro, I'm gonna have to say DJ Booth, bro. Like again, he don't live here, but like, I would say Booth.
What about the Houston DJs?
Houston DJs. Chase B.
Nah, he don't count, bro. He don't count.
Why, bro?
He don't count.
I mean, from here, bro. Like
he don't count. No, ain't no. I'm not saying it's not the Houston thing, but he got a direct. He got the direct line, bro.
I mean, I would say Chase.
Cause Chase got some stuff, dog.
Yeah, right.
My God.
Yeah, bro. I'm like, bro, this is crazy. I would say I would put myself in that category. I would put myself in that category. Stone's collection is very solid.
Yeah.
Rogers' collection is very solid.
Yeah.
Flim has a very solid collection.
Yeah, Flim got some good stuff.
Oh my gosh, bro. It's like that's a hard question, bro. Because it's like, dang, I'm like looking down, I'm like, dang, like this person do be wearing this. They be wearing this too. You know, but it's just like to narrow it down to one person. But I mean, like I'm saying Chase, but you know, he don't count. So I'm gonna go Jay Stone. When it comes to that,
straight.
Like when it comes to all the sneakers and stuff like that, for sure.
Straight up. and that's no disregard to Chase, cause but man, but really shout out to Chase, cause that boy about to drop his own shoe, drop his own. You feel me?
He got his
Yeah,
own hat. He got his own shoes.
yeah, yeah.
I
That
don't
boy.
wear fitteds, but I'm a good friend. So,
Yeah.
but I don't wear fitteds at all. Like, I just feel like my head too big, so I just stick to my dad hat.
Yeah. I don't wear fitteds either, and I'm mad I missed out on that. I'm gonna go ahead and pay resale for it from one of these local guys, but I'm mad I missed out on that hat, bro. He said he got another one coming. But
yeah, it's dope, bro. I saw when they did the Fanatics release. It was pretty cool, like suede joints and stuff. They were really cool.
You gotta go. All right, close out, bro. Tell the people where they can find you and what you have coming up that you want people to look out for.
Man, so you can find me. All my socials are pretty much the same. At Thomas the Square, all one word. Really just DJing a lot, man, throughout the week. I typically post my schedule, like for the whole week. Been really focusing a lot on building a YouTube community to translate into our modern social media as well. And so doing that, I launched a series. I started it about 4 or 5 months ago. But now I really want to push it. It's called Maybe We Should Kiss. So it's basically like curated R&B DJ sets that I do, whether it's in the comfort of my own home or, somewhere I might have captured the moment on my camera. Right. And so it's, those text messages that you never sent to that person that you're interested in. The ones that are on your draft, you know what I'm saying? Like, or, how you feel about this particular person, whether it's, male or female, vice versa. So I'm focusing on that to curate that, to build also a whole audience to translate from YouTube to, me. And they're like, oh, well, he lives in Houston, so. So yeah, we're working on that, and then we got some stuff. I throw my gala every year, so that's in a few months. And just working day to day, bro. Just working day to day.
Straight up. Well, bro, I definitely appreciate you for taking time out your day, man. I know you be busy. I know you took a break this week, but I know usually you be busy every day of the week, man. So I definitely appreciate it, bro.
Nah, man. I appreciate you having me, bro.
Yeah. It was long overdue, bro. When I first started drafting up my list, it was one of the first names on there, bro. But like I said, bro, I appreciate it more than you will ever know, bro. I appreciate you taking your time. Appreciate you joining, just having this conversation. Sure, even though there's something that we could do that we always do anyway. This is just a regular conversation that we have. I'm happy that you were comfortable enough to just to jump on the camera and so we can put this on live, put this on YouTube, clip it up and things like that, bro.
Yeah,
so
for sure, bro.
I appreciate it, bro. I'm gonna see you when I see you a couple of times throughout the week, bro.
Sunday, bro.
Yep, straight up. Well, I appreciate everybody that's still in here. I appreciate everybody that jumped in and out, man. This will be put on YouTube by tomorrow night. It'll be clipped up and you'll see clips just going throughout the week, man. But I appreciate everybody for joining in. Until next time, man. Peace.
Yes, sir. See y'all. Yep.